Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. It has been a little bit. This is Nomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Nomadan. Indeed, we are here at the Forsaken Inn with its collapsing roof and everything else. We were about to leave to head out toward Hingstacer Farm, but I realized we got a couple of rings here we had not picked up yet. Here's Falster the Fox.
Would you do something for me?
He's got a solo quest, level 23 for us. I make my living trading with the patrons of the Forsaken Inn, or rather I used to until the goblins arrived. Their presence strikes fear in the suppliers and made trade impossible. Sadly, that doesn't remove my obligation to Ollie Redbrush, my employer in Breton. A vale beneath the ruins of Manus Ariel, southeast of the Forsaken Inn, contains the coins and heirlooms I need. Let's boost that up just a hair. And more. Wolves inhabit the valley, and Ollie may forgive me the delay if I include some pristine wolf teeth with the shipment. If you assist me in collecting these curiosities, I will ensure that you are paid for the favor. Make your way to the valley beneath Manus Ariel and obtain coins, heirlooms, and wolf teeth for me. So that one will take for when we're over Manus Ariel way. And I see the one up here with the barkeep. Is that like the group? Yeah, the Stroke of Midnight.
I don't
That's
know if
the
you can help me.
the small fellowship one that takes place downstairs in the lower parts of the inn here, the underground parts. We have actually, Mindfiend and I, actually did that one once. We actually got several waves into it it's just wave after wave of attack as you go through these rooms, and we actually got 3 to 4 rooms into the whole thing before we were overwhelmed with just the 2 of us. Unfortunately, I think it's one of those, I think you have to have the 3, You're not going to make it with just the 2. You got to have that third party because that's what it's balanced for. Even with us being, being able to do what we did, we still weren't able to pull it off.
What do you need?
All right, we're going to head to South Bree, and then we're going to head on up to Hingstacer Farm. So I will see you after we have finished our travel here, and we've gotten back up there. And we've got those blue quests to do that we talked about last time. And once we do that, we will have completed Breland, and we will be able to get it off of our deed log, our quest log here. So while we're riding, I'm going to go get some coffee, and I will see y'all when we get up to the farm. And a couple of horse rides later, we are approaching the farm. So we will be able to come out here, get some of these things done. Let's see, any quest around here? Anything that we haven't grabbed? I don't believe so. I don't see any circles on the map, so I think we've got them all. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on here. Alright, I think first we're going to get the horses for hire. That's the one where we saw the old dwarf. And let's see the history of it. Cam Applewood is the one that gave us this. I think he's right over there. Yep, he's the stable hand right over there. Hello there. If you hear about our horses, I'm afraid we don't loan them out to just anyone. These horses are built for speed, not heavy labor. In fact, that reminds me of something. A dwarf came to the farm and requested some horses. Not sure what he intended to do with them, but by the looks of them, he needed some pack animals. I told him that our horses weren't for hire, and he left in a huff. Seemed a bit peculiar. He did not seem quite right in the head. If you have time, perhaps you can check up on the odd fellow. I saw him wander off to the ruins southeast of here. And indeed he did. So let's go ahead and wander off to the ruins southeast of here. This is one we will not need a quest tracker for, because this was built back in the day when they expected you to they expected you to do the quest and do it from reading the instructions, Not from having a World of Warcraft style arrow floating above your head. And B, having said that, they actually wrote the instructions so that they were in a useful form, that you could actually follow them and get the quest done. I believe he is right over here. I believe this is the area that he is in, these ruins, which they have taken advantage of to throw some shelters up, throw some stables up, so that the horses, to keep their equipment dry, and so that the horses have a place to shelter, I guess, whenever they're out here in the rain and out here in the fields and rain and thunder come along. Odvar.
My Turin's beard!
Who's that there? Oh, hello. Sorry about that. These old eyes aren't what they used to be. Do you have time to talk? I could use some help.
Hear me out, traveler!
The forgetful dwarf.
My name is Odvar of the Blue Mountains, and I'm here in Breland on important business. The only problem is I misplaced my pack. Now I'm to investigate the old dwarf ruins that are rumored to exist here. I'm sure there are important discoveries to be made, and I'm the one to do it! I'm a famous explorer, you see. But I digress. If you could help me find that pack, I would be indebted to you. You start looking over yonder north, and I'll search this area and to the south. If you find anything, meet me back here.
So, search the ruins for Odvar's pack, and we know where that is. Right up here. And we also know what's coming up right up there, too. So we'll be getting ready here in just a moment to throw down one of our traps and get our bow out. And take care of the little bit of invaders here in the fields. Yep. Tarkrup's doing what Tarkrups do, you know. Now, let's go ahead and shoot this guy down. Now, let's take this guy out. And having done that, there should be a pack somewhere here. Yep, Odvar's Provisions. This pack contains the supplies Odvar brought for his expedition. Let's pick them up and let's get out of here before they respawn again. I mean, before more orcs come along and replace the ones that we've taken out. Back to Odvar. Same information. And let's see what is so important that he is out here wandering in horse fields in the middle of the night and leaving his pack to be taken over by Tarkrup.
What is the meaning of this?
Ah, there's my old pack. Thank you so much for returning it to me. I would be in a world of hurt if my notes... What? My notes are missing. Curse those orcs. They must have thought they were valuable.
Possibly, or maybe they were just looking for... No, I was going to say looking for toilet paper, but that makes about as much sense from an orc as thinking the notes are valuable. So never mind, yours is just as likely as mine is.
Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
This is not good. In fact, it is downright terrible. All my work gone. Just like that. Quick as you please. Drat and double drat.
Can see talking like a dwarf's gonna keep my throat moistened.
My notes are missing, and I'm absolutely certain that I placed them in my pack. There was a band of Tarkrup orcs from around Sirith Nur, west to northwest of here in the North Breefields, come sniffing around the ruins. That's why I left my pack behind in such a hurry. I'm in no shape to take on orcs. I'm an explorer, not a warrior. Those notes mean everything to me. Could you please find them and return them to me?
So recover Odvar's notes. Apparently we just got to find one on some of the Tarkrup orcs. I'm wondering if possible.
My Durin's beard!
I don't have time to rewrite all those notes. If I don't get my originals back, then I'll have to go back home empty-handed.
I'm wondering if we can get some off of those Tarkrip. Maybe they have... Let's see whether or not... Yes, it was actually pointing this way, so maybe they have had reinforcements arrive in time for us to take them on. Look at there, bounding 7 rail fences. Now, y'all one that we can get the notes? Yep, we can get the notes from y'all, so let's throw down yet another trap and take these guys out. And barrage this guy as well. Boom. Alright, and we got notes off of them. Very good. Very good. I keep forgetting that we actually have a horse now. I am so used to having to run everywhere with him. Forgotten that we are mobile now. We have an all-terrain vehicle. And we need to use it more often. Hello, Advar. I got your notes here. Let's see. Not the one. Not the mommy. A sheaf of papers written in the heavy runic script of the dwarves, and nothing we can read.
This is unthinkable!
Orcs! I hate orcs. Why would they run off with my notes like that? I'll tell you why. Just to get my beard to snarl, I would say. Now that my notes are safe, I can continue my research. Lofar will be pleased to know that my work continues unabated. Or unbaited. Alright, we can't use a staff. We do have a club, which is actually a addition to our... That's a good upgrade for the Brace Girdle's dirk. And we can't use the shield, so let's go ahead and grab that club.
Hear me out, traveler!
Alright.
With your help and the help of those rangers. The rangers, you came to see me because of them, didn't you? Well, I should thank them, but now I have my notes in focus. I want to get to the task of investigating these ruins. Would you be willing to make your way west down the hill to the old Greenway Fort to tell that Andrag fellow I'm grateful for his assistance? You may want to make mention of the orcs skulking about in the north, too.
So talk to Andrag at the Greenway Fort. We will do that. Oh, you don't have anything there, I guess, because we don't come back to you. So that pretty much finishes up everything with Advar. He was, if you pardon me for a moment, a rather odd little side tour excursion there. But he does, if you haven't been down to Andrag before, which we definitely have, he got us started on all the Thistleway stuff and all. If you haven't been to him before, this is a good way of them pointing you in the right direction. Whoa! That was a blink in. I wasn't quite prepared for that to snap into focus like that. Wow, we had the entire hill just kind of blink into view. Have I ever been up there? Looks almost like an old fort up there. I'm trying to just... I'm pretty sure I have, but... Yeah. Get around these wolves and bears and talk to the Andrag. Wolves and bears and rangers, oh my. Wolves and bears and rangers, oh my. Hello, Andrag. It's me again.
How can I be of service?
Advar. I cannot say that I recall the name or the dwarf. If you say that he was forgetful, then perhaps he meant to send you on to Seridan. This other bit of news is disconcerting. We must investigate, I fear. Oh, no. Really?
Would you do something for me?
We got to go and Ah, that's that north part. Okay, so this is where we go. I thought we had done those quests already, but it's sending us all the way up here where we had to fight Gazbers, and we'll see whether they have actually repaired this or not. Because back in the day, they had different names, and I actually bugged it because they got Gazbers, but you get up there and his name was like Gabbers or something. Anyway, they had the wrong. The name over the orc and the name in the quest were wrong. Two different names. So, I need you to head northwards, beyond Hingstasa Farm, and through the lands where hunters go to make their living. If you encountered a small scouting group of orcs just outside of Hingstasa Farm, and even more encamped on the southern edge of the gorge, then I fear that a larger encampment may have found its way to the ruins in the east, near the northern lakes of Breland. Go there and seek out the orc's leader and his minions. Defeat them if you can, and return to me so I know this deed is done. If you find an encampment there, then we know that the North Downs has fallen. Please hurry. So we're going to defeat 8 Bone Smashers, 8 Bowmasters, and Gazbers. If that is his name.
What do you need?
Alright, the orcs are proven more resourceful. If they organize quickly in the northern fields, there's no telling how far southward they will travel. So let's head on up north. That was not the one I meant to do. Shift R is my auto run, not Shift T. Alright, checking the borders. We're going to be heading on up that way to that orc camp, and that's good because we've also got the one with the, I think, Snapper Soup. Is that one of the quests up this way as well? While we're up in that area, I think we've got some hunters like over in here that we have to go talk to, so this is sending us to the area we were heading in to start with. I had forgotten about that particular encampment. And taking out Gazbers, or whatever his name happens to be when we get there. We have to. We'll bug it again. Hopefully they fixed it, because that was a couple of years ago when we were up here. Trying to remember if we bugged it. I'm pretty sure we bugged it with... I know we bugged it with Narlo. We may have bugged it with Glenorin. We may have bugged it with Narvane. If we did bug it throughout that entire process, it doesn't give me a lot of hope for their ability to get on and fix this typo here. But we'll see. Gazbers. We're still Gazbers here as well, so this is correct. Let's see. It's Gazbers and Gazbers. Alright, we'll see what his name is when we actually get there and see the orc. And he's the hardest part of it because he wanders around the area so much. You know, the whole ruins that you see here are absolutely full. Y'all remember they are full of the Tarkra, full of the orcs. It's just this dude just wanders all around the area, so it makes it a bit difficult to actually find him. Whoop. And we are already starting to get into the territory here. Alright, I'm glad that gave us a bit of a grace period there as we rode past him. What I was after? Is that precision? I don't think so. I was after strength, wasn't I? Is it precision, the stance I was wanting to take? That's focus every 5 seconds. Alright, well that's pretty good. And which is strength. That's plus induction, plus critical ratings. Well, we'll use precision just to keep getting that focus. Don't need any reavers out here. The Bone Smasher would be nice, though. Let's see if we can take him on out. Yep, it's not going to be too hard taking all those guys out. Said the toughest part is finding this named guy. is he wants to wander a little bit. Basically, it's finding one that's moving around and then comes to a stop, you know? Apparently I aggroed somebody. Alright, we'll take you on, buddy. You just absolutely insistent that we smack you down. There he is, Gadsburs. Alright, it looks like they did repair. Y'all can go back and look at whenever Narlo or whoever played it. And he's going to wander on in there. Well, let's take on these. Let's take on these bowmasters since we got to take them on anyway. Let's get out of range of that reaver there. Go. That's two of the bowmasters down. He's wandering on around that way. Let's see if we can scooch past the reaver. Yep, I was worried that he was going to end up in my trap and come aggro on me, but it looks like he decided to wander off the other direction. And let's see if we can come over this way and get Gadsburs when he comes out this side. Worried someone might be in those bushes, but there's no names floating over them, which is the best way to find if anything's in the bushes. There's Gadsburs. Now, we're going to throw down another trap. And then see about getting your attention. Let's barrage you again. Nice. We've defeated Gadsburs. Nice. Okay, so they did actually repair the problem we had with the names being wrong. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to see if I can take out 6 more bowmen and 6 more bone smashers. And when I get that done, we will rejoin and see about getting on out of here. So I will see y'all once I have taken these guys out, and then I think at that point we will head back on off that way looking for those hunters. Like I said, I think I've got a quest for snapper soup or something of that sort. Into the woods. Is that the one, Into the Woods? Yeah, talk to Wilt. Yeah, way over yonder. So there's another guy over yonder that we have to talk to, so that's what we will do. In the meantime, I'm going to knock down these guys. So we'll see you in a little bit. We've been moving around the periphery, just taking out the little also-rans on the edges. See if we can drag this guy back to us now. I'm surprised we did not attract that blade while we were at it. Let's barrage him a couple of times. All right, well done. Now, we got that out of the way. Now, let's see if we can go find this dude we have to find over here on the encampments. Now, we'll see some folks over this way near the lake. This is a beautiful lake. Back in the day, before they brought in housing, before we knew the housing would be, you know, the instanced housing developments. I've told this story before. Dwindon and I were out in these areas, and this is one of the areas where we talked about if they were going to have open world housing, like what Ultima had, they were going to allow you to build your housing out in the world and put your house wherever you wanted it. This was one of the places we talked about having it, was here on the shores of this beautiful, beautiful lake. All right, now let's go ahead and let's pull up our quest log here. We are wanting into the woods, and I am going to get rid of this one for the moment, take it off of the quest log, and add that one to the tracker. They should be, I think, down here at this encampment. I think that's where you find them. There's a bunch of hunters or something of that sort down here. Yep, there we go. Walt Whitrose and Sage Hayseed. Okay, hello, Walt. Into the woods.
What do you need?
Let's go ahead and look at the history behind that. Gil Sandheaver. I swear I seen it, though me neighbors say that I'm off my head. I was in the far north of the far Chetwood near Ninharn, all alone of course, and I saw something moving through the trees. No, that's not quite right. It appeared to me that the trees themselves was moving. Something big and terrible is in the woods, and I'm afraid of what it might be. There's a group of hunters that make their camp on the western edge of Ninharn. I was up there delivering the Mrs. Snapper soup, and I got a bit lost. That's when I saw it. When I found them, I told them what I'd seen, and wonder if you could ask Walt Whitrose if he's seen the same. The woods of Breland can be dark and mysterious. Some places are darker than others. So we need to see if he saw what they saw here in the far Chetwood. Gil Sandweaver says what? Well, I'll not be denying that the old forest is a queer place, and no matter what anyone else tells you, the trees do move. But I've never heard tell of any such in the Chetwood. Still, if Gil sent you here to talk to me, then it is fair to think that he's had himself quite the scare.
Can I speak with you a moment?
By axe and fire. Ooh, small fellowship. Ew. That's a level 21 small fellowship. I don't think we can take that one on. We will go ahead and accept it, because it's not an instance, and we may come back, at level 26 or something and take it out. Old Gil was frightened and seemed out of sorts when he brought us the soup. We didn't pay him no mind, though. We figured he was nervous from being lost and had his mind playing tricks. Still, he's not one given to exaggeration, and if he's still on his wits' end about this, then maybe we should look into it. Gil came to us from the east and north, where the lake meets the woodland. Search in that area for his mysterious walking tree. Maybe you will find something. If not, then Gil can have his peace of mind back at least. Yeah, I'll take that, because eventually we will level up enough that we can take it on. Bounty turtle shells.
Would you do something for me?
Greetings, traveler. It seems as though you found yourself far away from the safety of Bree, which means that you're probably like myself and my friend here, adventurous spirits. We'd be out and about more if it weren't for those orcs to the west. As it is, the safety of our camp seems to be more important than the money we can make by filling our bounties. Of course, if you're willing to assist us, we have some materials that we would happily part with should you want to help us. I'm looking for turtle shells to furnish the blacksmiths of Bree, who can often use them to create forms to fashion their shields from. You can find turtles all around the lake area here in northern Bree. Repeatable quest. All right, we'll do that. And by axe and fire. Probably nothing, no reason not to check.
How can I be of service?
Turtles can be dangerous foes. If you're not careful, seek them out, but watch your fingers. All right, Sage. Let's get your quest, and then I think we are done for the moment. Oh, more bounties.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Big enough for rugs. Aside from boars, I was hunting bears in an effort to collect massive hides that could be turned into rugs, wall hangings, and blankets if need be. I will pay you handsomely for your assistance in collecting these for me. So collect 10 unmarred bear hides. And the perfect curl.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I came to the north to find tusks, a prized item for hunters throughout Bree. The tusks that I seek sit aside antlers within establishments to hang cloaks and overcoats upon. I have been tasked with collecting a good many of these, but the number of orcs in the area frankly gives me pause to venture too far from our camp. You seem a bit more hardy than I, and I am willing to pay you for collecting the tusks which I need. Are you willing to help me? So collect 10 perfect boar tusks.
Greetings.
Boars roam throughout these woods. Certain you can find a good many hides with some efforts.
How can
You'll
I be
find
of
boars
service?
all over the lands. Hunt them for their tusks and return to me when you have several. All right, folks. We're going to pull up a chair here near the... Can we actually sit? Let's try sit. Does sit work here on this stool? It does. All right. Well done. I'm glad y'all actually made that sittable. So we're going to sit here with Walt Whitrose and Sage and maybe have a little bit of whatever it is they're cooking there here in just a little while. So that will finish up our quest for now. And next time, I am working the next 3 days, but I'm going to try and find a time to fit in there. No promises, but I will try and find a time to fit in there and see if we can't get a Norway episode done. So we'll have to see how that goes. Hello, Ratharon, I hope that you have a good time here, my friend. Alrighty. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I thank you. Nomadan thanks you too, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.